All right, so in this tutorial, basically, I'm just going to show you how to make a slideshow. So I'm doing HTML5 canvas. All right, first thing I would want to do is change the size of this. I'm not going to worry too much about changing the size of it right now, but that would be something you would want to do. I'm just going to go with the size that it is. Okay, so right off the bat, what I want you to do is you go to Window, and we're going to do Components. Okay, so Components. And basically, these are like stand-ins, and then you attach things to them. Okay, so first off, we're going to need an image, right? So I'm just going to double-click on that, drag it over here. I'm going to use this transform tool here, and I'm just going to drag it roughly the size that I want this to be. Okay, so we'll say like that, and then I'm just going to move it up. Let's see. Keep trying to hit Control T, but that's not it. Let's squash this in a little. Okay, so that will be our image holder thing. And then what we need next is some stuff to hold our the things here. So we'll go ahead and we'll make a button. All right, and I'm just going to take this and we'll just go like that, and I'm going to duplicate it and put it over here as well, so I have two little buttons. All right, and the next thing I'm going to do is a label, which is just going to be text, and we're just going to put this underneath. All right, and I'm just going to drag this out, and okay, so this would be, imagine this is my thing. Now what I got to do is actually go through and name these and stuff. Okay, so that's it for components. I'm gonna go to properties here, and now we're just gonna make these work. So I'm gonna select this one, and I'm gonna change the instance name. Now we need to use this just like when we have selectors in CSS, so we can have the JavaScript or we can have CSS apply to, you know, we put an ID on divs or elements and stuff so that CSS can be applied or JavaScript can be applied. It's kind of the same idea. So we're gonna just call this previous. All right, and I'm just gonna go ahead and write. Actually, we'll leave we'll write Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. We'll make that symbol. That works. And I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna make it go that way, and we're gonna call this one. Yep. Come on. Next. All right, so that's the name of that one, and this will be I don't know, images. We'll call it. All right, and this one I'll just call descriptions. Okay, fabulous. All right, and that looks good. Now if you hit Control Enter, you're gonna see, I think it'll be blank. Let me see. And good, so it's blank. Okay, because there's nothing. Oh no, we did get our buttons actually. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, we did get those, but the image isn't going to show up, and the label just says label, so we can kind of fix some of that. So right off of here, what goes in the label is actually what's written in here, so we'll just say slide 01. Okay, now it's not going to preview in here. It only previews if you hit the Control Enter or you go to Window. Where are you? Where are you? Debug movie. Window. I thought it was in here. I don't know. Control Enter. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Control and then test. Okay. So it's not gonna show up there. So I got my buttons here, which is fine. Okay, so you can see this is what got put in there. I just labeled them that. This one I labeled descriptions, and I show slide 1. Now what I'm gonna do is attach this image to this. Now before I go about doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and make a new folder on my desktop. So a new folder, and we'll just call this slide show toot. Okay, so because that's where I'm gonna save it. All right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just attach an image to it. So you click the little pencil, and then it's going to give you an option to choose a path. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hit the little folder here, and I'm going to find my pictures. Okay, so where are you? Slideshow, and let me see, images. All right, and I'm going to select this one. This will just be the first one. Okay, now one of the things that you want to do is you want to make sure that you label all of your photos in a number. So I wrote photo underscore 1, photo underscore 2, photo underscore 3. It has to make sense and it has to be consistent because it's going to replace these based on the names of the photo. So I'm just going to go ahead and select number 1. Okay, and I'll hit OK. And now if I hit Control Enter, you will see I should have my picture there. Because now there is a picture attached. Yay! Now nothing works yet, but I have all the pieces. Okay? Good. So there's the basics of that. Okay. Now what we need to do is actually have this do stuffs. Okay? So to do that, I'm going to have to add some basic JavaScript. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to just right click and select actions. So you want to, inside of the timeline here, just on the first frame, just right click and go actions. This brings up basically the scripting, what you can write your scripts in, okay? So we're going to have to write some stuff in here in order to change our image. So one of the things I'm going to need is a var image count, count. And set that equal to 1, okay? So basically that just is going to hold what image I'm on, okay? So all the way up to however many you have. But obviously you want to start with 1 because that's our first image. Okay, so variable image count, that's going to hold what image we're on. So eventually we're going to have a code and it's going to write photo underscore, and then we're going to add image count. So it'll be underscore 1, and then when this number changes here, it'll be underscore 2. So var total images, and then I'm going to put the total number of images that I have. Let's just do 3. You probably going to have more than that. I just don't want to have to write like a lot of code, so I'm just going to say 3. That's the total number of images we're going to have in our thing, okay? But that would be the number that you want to put in your slideshow. And then we're going to do variable captions, and basically this is going to be an array, which if you remember, an array is just basically an index number of options, okay? So these are going to be the various things that can be put in there, okay? So what did I put? Slide 1. We'll put slide 01, okay? So that'll be my first slide's name. So this is going to hold all of what is in this label here where I wrote slide 1, and then we'll do slide 02. But you'd want to put whatever it is that you want your to put underneath your photo when it shows up. Now, if you don't want to have anything in there, just don't do this part because you don't need it. Okay. All right. And then we just need to end this. So let's see this and that. Okay. Now, we're going to need to make a function that's actually going to change what's in there. So it's function, and then we're going to call this function change it. All right, that's the name we're going to call it, and image directory. All right. Well, that's image direction is actually. So basically we're going to make a function, and it's going to change the number of what's going in. You'll see. We'll just do it, and then, okay. All right, so in this, we're going to have image count is going to be equal to, so the current image that we're on is going to be equal to image count. So whatever, so the new image number here is going to be over the old number it was, plus the image direction, okay? And then it's going to be if, let me see something. Oh yeah, that should be, I went too far in. Okay. Now we're going to say if the image count is greater than the total images. So basically this is just a stand-in. So to say if the total number of images we have is larger, if the current number we're going to is more than what it is. So let's say we have 3 images. If the image count, if it goes up to 4, it's got to start back at the beginning. So I'm just going to set image count back to 1. So that if we go up to 3, if we hit again next, it's going to go back to 1. That's the idea here. So that's the reason why we're writing that. And then we're going to say if, and we're going to do it for the opposite way too. If image count is less than 1. So obviously, if we're going backwards and we've already gone back as far as we can, then we're going to say the image count is going to be equal to the total images. All right, so it's going to be basically, so if I go backwards, it's going to go to 3 or however many images you have, but in my case, it's 3. All right. So that is what that does. Okay. All right. Now what we need to do is, that's good. Basically what we're going to do is every time we click on this, just to get an idea of what's happening, every time we click on one of these buttons, okay, it's going to send a number, either a +1 for this side or a -1 for this side. And that's going to be what image direction is, okay? So basically what it's going to do is it's going to send it a plus or a minus. So whatever the current image count number is, we start with 1. It's going to be 1 plus the direction. So if I click next, it's going to be 1 plus 1, and then that'll make it 2. And so basically that will make it be 2. Or if I send it a -1, that'll make it 0 in this case, which would put us, it would go here and then say 3. Okay. All right. That's good. So the next thing I want to do is this. I want to actually apply code. Now, instead of having to hand type it, what I can do is I can select the thing I want to apply my code to. Okay, so I'm going to grab this. Select the thing I want to apply my code to. So in this case, it's this guy here. Okay, select it here, and then so you can see it says next on the top here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this little code snippets button. And basically, it's just pre-made little snippets instead of having to type out the whole thing by hand. I'm going to go down to the HTML5 canvas, and then I'm going to go to the components section, and then you'll see where it says user interface, and then we have a button click event. Okay, so this is a button. So now what I can do is I'm just going to make sure I'm down here, and I'm going to double click on it. Now what it did is it automatically created a new layer called actions and put that script here. And if I click on this one, so each layer has its own action script. Okay, I actually want to put them all in the same one just to make things easier. So I'm going to go ahead and on the first one that I made, I'm just going to select it, Control X to cut it, and then click on this one, and I'm just going to put it above it. I'm going to get rid of this. That's just telling you what to do. Okay, like that. All right. And that's much better. That way all the code's in the same thing. It's just a little bit easier to work with. All right. So this basically already has like a selector, an event handler, and all that other stuff. Okay, so this is actually where the meat of our stuff is going to go. Okay, this is what's going to happen when you click on it. All right. So what I want to do, if I'm clicking on the next button, is I want to actually call my change it code, this function up here. So change it. And I want to send it, since it's next, just a 1 to add 1, basically. So that it's going to send it, this number 1 is going to go right where it says image direction. Okay? Boom, like that. And that's good. So next what I want to do is, besides clicking on that, I also need to not only change the image, but I also need to change the image itself. Besides this part, I actually need to change the image, and I need to change the whatchamacallit, sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. The label, okay, the caption on the bottom. So to do that, I'm going to both run that, and then I'm also going to run this. I'm going to have, and this is just code that you have to type in. What did I call that? So I got to do my selector. So I think I called it, what, images? Hang on a second. So I clicked on this, images. Okay, so that's the name I'm looking for. So I'm going to select that, go back on this guy. So I'm going to look for images. That's what I want to select. And I actually got to put this in quotes. And you know what? I'm going to wait till next video and we'll do that. So that's a start.